Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt Wide, and today I'm going to react to the first official trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu, the new Star Wars movie that's going to be coming out in theaters in May. And this is supposed to be a direct continuation of the first 3 seasons of The Mandalorian show on Disney Plus. And I myself am a big fan of the first 2 seasons. Season 1 and 2 were the peak of one of the Star Wars shows on Disney Plus, and this was their biggest launch ever since they launched their streaming service on Disney Plus, and we became a fans. That show is what really brought the Star Wars fandom together ever since the divisive fandom of the sequel trilogy for Star Wars. The Mandalorian really brought that show together, and Baby Grogu was the biggest star, and it made Pedro Pascal, who played Mandalorian, a big major star at that time. And it became the hit at the time on Disney Plus, and season 2 was big. It was a big fan service that really had the fans crying and just having so much joy. But season 3, I will admit, that was a big letdown of the season. I did not like season 3, and we've been very turned off what Lucasfilm was heading, especially when it was under the heels of Kathleen Kennedy. And it just seems to me that they don't know what they're doing and where they're going in that direction. And we've been waiting for several years, ever since Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, came out in theaters. We've been begging for a new Star Wars movie to come out in the cinema, and they always keep putting out slates that never got made. They always keep saying that they're in development, and it never gets made. But the one movie that is for sure has already been filmed, Starfighter, that is directed by Sean Levy, and you got Ryan Gosling. That's the one I'm really hoping for. I never understood the logic of why Lucasfilm and Disney wanted to put the Mandalorian Grogu out as a movie, because this is basically a continuation of the show. And when you watch that first teaser trailer that came out months ago, it feels like you're watching the season 4 of The Mandalorian. It doesn't feel like a cinematic. It doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like a straight up a Disney Plus show. And that became very lackluster for the marketing campaign, especially when they put out the Super Bowl ad that cost them $10 million to make for a commercial that's basically like a Coca-Cola commercial that was way before anybody's time. This is like ever since like back in the 80s and 90s style. And it was narrated by Sam Elliott, who did the Super Bowl narration for the Mandalorian and Grogu ad, and it was terrible. Like, that's the best you got? Why couldn't you just put out a full trailer so that we can get hyped for it? And it didn't seem like they're very confident in it. But hopefully, once I get into this first trailer, hopefully they can give us what the story is about and where the direction is going, who's the main antagonist, what is the story, and what are the characters that are so compelling, and what are they bringing to the table that we haven't already seen before. But anyway, enough of me yapping. I'm going to get into the official full trailer right now. Okay, I'm very impressed with the shot of the X-Wing going into through the horizon. Bit of a callback to The Force Awakens.
Hey, never touch the button.
Yeah, bit of a callback to the first 3 seasons when he's touching the button when he shouldn't. Obviously that they're trying to do throwbacks.
I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Okay, he does sound familiar.
Gangsters, more criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Okay, that's a pretty cool shot of him taking out the snowtroopers. Very impressive. It seems like we're going to do see a single shot sequence. Yep, him using the Force.
It's about preventing another war.
Okay, that shot looks pretty cool. Oh, we're seeing his helmet off. Oh, we get a dialogue for the Jabba the Hutt's son.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor.
He's strapping his armor on.
Live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
So it seems to me he's going to outlive him. Okay, that's a pretty cool sequence in the arena.
You should be.
Do we run?
Oh, there's Zeb.
I like this kid.
We get a little bit more of him in the trailer.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, he's hopping on the stroller. He's going full speed ahead. I'm not gonna lie, that sequence was pretty dope. I actually dug it. Him flying alongside with Grogu, that was a pretty dope shot. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's save the rest for after.
He still is chowing down the cookies. Those space Oreos. So that's the official full trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. And I will say that it is a very impressive trailer. I think this was a vastly improvement over that teaser trailer because it was mediocre when we first saw that teaser trailer. It didn't really tell us anything. I understand that it's not supposed to tell you anything. It's supposed to let you know that it's coming out and giving you the sense of the tone of what this movie is. And from the tone itself, it felt like a Disney Plus show. It felt like you're looking forward to this new upcoming episode of the new season of The Mandalorian. And even though I really enjoy this trailer a little bit more because it gives us a little bit of the classic shots of the Star Wars, given that beginning of that opening shot of the X-Wings flying towards the horizon on the sunset, which is a very much of a callback to The Force Awakens. So it's a bit of a more of a copy and paste, which I don't mind it. It does look very cinematic for certain shots of the movie, but I still think that this still feels like we're going to have two different storylines. One is the subplot of the Mandalorian and Grogu dealing with the Hutts and dealing with the battle of the arena. And now we see that Pedro Pascal is going to have his helmet off for some of the majority of the movie, because once he has his helmet on, it's not even all Pedro Pascal. It's mostly a body double. The stunt double is doing all the choreographed and all that stuff. And I will say, I mean, we haven't seen the full context of the dialogue for the Mandalorian, and because it's not giving us the full context. But from judging it for itself, it just feels like his dialogue feels like that Pedro Pascal is sleepwalking, even when he's recording in the recording booth. Now, that being said, I still have a little bit of faith in the Mandalorian Grogu. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, and I liked seeing the character Zeb from Star Wars Rebels coming in, and we get a little bit more of him in the trailer. But it still feels like more of a continuation of the first 3 seasons of the Mandalorian show. And it feels like we're just going to cram a couple of main plots that are shoved into one movie, because the Hutts are basically felt a little bit more of a subplot, and it's more of a side story. Then dealing with the Empire, the underground of the Empire try to rise from the ashes. That feels like that's going to be a little bit more of the main story than the Hutts. And Jabba the Hutt's son in this trailer is voiced by Jeremy Allen White, which is from the hit show called The Bear. He was also in Shameless. He was also in a recent musical biopic of this Bruce Springsteen movie called Springsteen. And I think his dialogue sounded very good. It sounded like he's speaking in more of an English dialogue. We do get a glimpse of a bounty hunter. I think that was a bounty hunter. I'm not so sure, but from what I've seen, it looks like that's supposed to be a character from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And then we get this one creature. I don't remember his name. That monkey alien creature that Mando's trying to buy something from that place in the Outer Rim territory, and it's supposed to be voiced by Martin Scorsese. And I had to look this up after I finished watching the trailer, and it had a confirmation that it's definitely Martin Scorsese in the trailer, so he's definitely making a cameo in the movie. Sigourney Weaver is playing one of the new of the New Republic X-Wing fighter. I think her dialogue sounded very good. I don't know how much screen time she's going to have in the movie. I hope that we get a little bit more depth with her character. I just hope that they give us something a little bit new and fresh that we haven't seen before, because it feels like it's going to be way too familiar from the first 3 seasons and giving us the bit of the formula. You know what I'm saying? I hope that we get a little bit more. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the trailer. I thought it was pretty decent. I don't think it's one of the best of the year, but hopefully when we go and see this in theaters, I hope that this Mandalorian Grogu will be the movie that Star Wars will take us back to the cinema. I'm going to have to lean towards that it won't be this movie. I think that Starfighter, the second Star Wars movie that's going to be coming out next year, is going to be the movie that will bring back Star Wars into cinema. And these 2 movies were done under the helms of Kathleen Kennedy. But anyway, what did you think of this first full trailer of The Mandalorian Grogu? Did it increase your excitement level, or did it lower your excitement? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this reaction, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I just reached 500 subscribers. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you want to see more of my videos. And if you want to follow my social media platforms, click the link tree in the description down below. I'm active on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, great evening, wherever you're from, and stay tuned for more of my content.